Good morning, my dear students. Okay, first of all, let me ask some questions regarding yesterday's class. So yesterday we had discussed about the principle of minimum potential energy. So the quiz questions on that concept. So first you define what is the potential energy. So unmute yourself and ask and answer your. What is potential energy? Number 330. అండ్ మీరు అన్మ్యూట్ చేసి మాట్లాడొచ్చండి. So how do you define potential energy? Hello?
Sir,
So answer తెలుసండి.
Of its position.
Potential energy?
energy possessed by virtue of its position, sir.
Okay. So it is actually the energy is the capacity to do the work. It is the capacity to do the work. So by the forces acting on the body, acting on the deformed bodies. So in solid mechanics, according to solid mechanics, we define potential energy like that. Okay. So you are right. In the case of rigid bodies, so you are right. Okay. According to solid mechanics, this is the definition. The capacity to do the work by forces acting on deformed bodies. Okay. So next, what is the total potential energy? So total potential energy.
The energy possessed by which of its position is called potential.
మళ్ళీ అదే చెప్తున్నారు. Okay, total potential energy, it is the summation of strain energy, the energy stored inside the body plus action, work potential due to externally applied loads. Okay, so the total potential energy, it consists of two terms. Okay, strain energy, it is denoted by capital U, and work potential denoted by WP. Okay, so strain energy is always positive, always negative, zero, or either positive or negative. Strain energy.
Negative.
Always negative.
Yes, sir.
Always negative. Anybody? Any other?
Negative, sir.
Huh?
Always positive.
Yes, always positive is correct. Okay, strain energy is always positive energy. Okay. So what is strain energy? Yeah. So strain energy, see, it is the stored energy inside the body by the externally applied, by the internal forces. Yes. Strain energy due to internal forces. So fifth question, the expression for strain energy of the spring. If K is a spring constant, delta is a deflection in spring. So what is the answer? A, B, C, D.
Yes, sir.
A is wrong.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
C.
C. Yeah, C is correct. So here I
Flexion.
gave you delta is the deflection in spring. So here U is a deformation or displacement. Okay. So ఈ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ వస్తుందని చెప్పి నేను ఇది అడగడం జరిగింది. ఓకే. సో ఎనీవే దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఆన్సర్ 1/2 k delta square. The strain energy term U is a dash. So quadratic function of system displacements, cubic function of system displacements, so linear function of system displacements, none of the above.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, quadratic function of system displacements. So ఇక్కడ మీరు చూస్తే deflection square. So in this deflection there are deformations or displacements. So strain energy is always a quadratic function of system displacements. So in solid mechanics problems, the work potential is always negative, yes, B. So the work potential term is a dash, quadratic function of, cubic function of, linear function of, none of the above.
Linears.
Yes, linear function of system displacements, because so for load into displacement. Okay, load in the direction of displacement in the direction of force. So load into displacement in the direction of force. So this is the work potential. So this work potential always linear function of system displacements. The principle of minimum potential energy is stated as, okay. So here direct answer ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. So ఈ definition as it is ఇలాగ మీరు చదవండి. So of all the displacement states of a body or structure, so that body is subjected by external loading. Okay. So all displacement states, so they must satisfy the geometric boundary conditions. So geometric boundary conditions on the structure, and also that's displacement state that also satisfy equilibrium equations, such that so the total potential energy is a minimum, say for stable equilibrium, the potential energy is a minimum. Okay. So here potential energy, total potential energy, it is denoted as pi. So minimum potential energy dou pi by dou with respect to system displacements ui is equal to 0. Dou pi by dou ui is equal to 0. So the principle of minimum potential energy is applicable to dash systems, discrete, continuous, or both. The principle of minimum potential energy. Continuous wrong ending. So last class problems, spring system problems to some. So spring system always a discrete system. Okay. So in this principle of minimum potential energy, we can find the displacements at specific points, not at the throughout the system. Okay.
Discrete and date, sir.
Discrete అంటే random points దగ్గర, సో random points దగ్గర మనం displacements find out చేయగలం. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సో ఆ సిస్టంలో ఇదొక పాయింట్ ఉందనుకోండి. సో ఈ పాయింట్ దగ్గర డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయగలుగుతాం, కానీ సో ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ దీస్ 2 పాయింట్స్ ఎట్ ఎనీ పాయింట్ దగ్గర మనం డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయలేం. సో అంటే డిస్క్రిటీ అంటే ర్యాండమ్ పాయింట్స్ దగ్గర ర్యాండమ్గా ఉండే, అంటే ఇప్పుడు చూడండి ఒక స్ప్రింగ్ 1, స్ప్రింగ్ 2, స్ప్రింగ్ 3 వాటిని మనం అట్ నోడల్ పాయింట్ దగ్గర కనెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. ఓకే అండి. స్ప్రింగ్ 1 అన్నది ఇండివిజువల్ బాడీ, స్ప్రింగ్ 2 అన్నది ఇండివిజువల్ బాడీ. ఓకే అండి. సో అట్లాగా డిస్క్రిటీ ఎలిమెంట్స్ని అంటే ఇండివిజువల్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ని కంబైన్ చేస్తూ మనం ఒక సిస్టమ్ని తయారు చేసుకుంటున్నాం. సో దాన్ని డిస్క్రిటీ సిస్టమ్ అంటాం. సో మెకానికల్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూలో కూడా మాట్లాడుకుంటాం, స్ప్రింగ్ సిస్టమ్ కాకుండా. సో డిస్క్రిటీ సిస్టమ్స్ ఏమవుతాయి అంటే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మిషన్ షాప్లో మనం లేత్ మిషన్ కానీ ఏదైనా తీసుకున్నా, సో ఆ మిషన్ అన్నది ఇట్ ఈస్ ద కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ డిఫరెంట్ ఎలిమెంట్స్. సో మనం ఎంటైర్ మిషన్ టూల్ని ఆర్ ఎంటైర్ ఐసీ ఇంజిన్ని మనం కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటే సో దట్ ఈస్ డిస్క్రిటీ సిస్టమ్. అలా కాదు, అందులో ఒక కాంపోనెంట్ మనం తీసుకుంటే అది కంటిన్యూస్ సిస్టమ్. అంటే సాలిడ్ బాడీ పార్టికల్ టు పార్టికల్ అది మనకి ఒక కంటిన్యూస్ బాడీ కింద ఉంటుంది. ఓకే అండి. సో డిస్క్రిటీ అంటే అది మీనింగ్ అండి. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటమ్మా,
కొంతమంది బయట వెయిట్ చేస్తారు.
ఓకే. సో 10 people. Okay, next, today I will discuss about Rayleigh-Ridge method. So Rayleigh-Ridge method is okay. So this method has a specific advantage than principle of minimum potential energy. So in principle of minimum potential energy, there are drawbacks, which are, so first of all, this principle cannot be applied for continuous systems. So that is one drawback. Okay. So this principle, it is limited to find displacement at nodal points only, and so this does not give continuous displacement functions. So these are the two drawbacks in the principle of minimum potential energy. So in this Rayleigh-Ridge method, we can eliminate those drawbacks in this method. Okay. So this can be applied for the continuous and discrete systems, Rayleigh-Ridge method. Okay. So in this method, this method is basically associated with the principle of minimum potential energy. So this method, it takes the concept of principle of minimum potential energy. And so this method, it was developed by two scientists who are Rayleigh and Ridge. So they initially thought that they assumed as displacement functions. So randomly they assumed displacement function. So that the assumed displacement functions, so so they introduced those assumed displacement functions in the equilibrium equations. See, if that equilibrium equation is satisfied with the assumed displacement function, so that is the solution of the system. So they thought like that. Okay. So what are the procedure steps we have to follow in this method? So step 1, so we assume displacement field, so which are in the form of as below. Okay. So like Rayleigh and Ridge, so in this method, first we assume displacement field. So that is U, V, W are the deformations or displacements in the direction of X, Y, Z. Okay. So they assumed the displacement in X direction U. So this is in the form of sigma AI phi I of X, Y, Z, where I 1 to L. 1 to L is discrete points. Randomly they choose the points on the system 1 to L. So similarly in Y direction, this is the function. So where J is the L plus 1 to M, and displacement in Z direction, so K is equal to M plus 1 to N. So where N is greater than M, M is greater than L. Okay. So in these displacement function, so pi I, pi j and pi k are the, usually we take them as a polynomial functions. So they are polynomial functions, and therefore AI, AJ and AK are the Rayleigh-Ridge coefficients. AI, AJ and AK are the Rayleigh-Ridge coefficients. Okay. The first step, we assume displacement field. So in the second step, check whether the displacement, that assumed displacement function, kinematically admissible or not. Okay. So in the second step, you do that. Step 3, again you check whether the assumed displacement function so satisfy the specified boundary conditions or not. Okay. So next, step 4. So we substitute stress strain relations, strain displacement relations, and assumed displacement field in the total potential energy equation. Okay, we know that total potential energy equation in principle of minimum potency, in principle of minimum potential energy, so it is a function of system displacement. But in this method, so when we introduce strain displacement, stress strain relations, and assume displacement field in the total potential energy equation, so the potential energy equation will become the function of Rayleigh-Ridge coefficients. Okay, Rayleigh-Ridge coefficients. See, in step 5, you observe the function pi in the function of Rayleigh-Ridge coefficients. So the pi is equal to pi of A1, A2, so on, so on, AR. So where R is the number of independent unknowns. Number of independent unknowns. So are nothing but number of independent Rayleigh-Ridge coefficients. So in this method, so these are the unknown variables in the total potential energy function. So in step 6, we apply the principle of minimum potential energy with respect to Rayleigh-Ridge coefficients, AI. Okay. So where in principle of minimum potential energy, you apply the principle with respect to displacement, system displacements. So here, so dou pi by dou AI is equal to 0. So this expression will result R number of linearly independent equations with R number of unknowns. Okay. So R linearly independent equations you will get from this expression. So if you solve, so in step 7, if you solve the above linear equation, you will get so unknown coefficients A1, A2, A3, so on. So in step 8, you substitute the obtained unknown coefficients in the assumed displacement field. So you will get the required displacement field. So that is the solution solution displacement field. Okay. So with this procedure, so now let us discuss 2 problems. So problem 1. Okay. So using Rayleigh-Ridge method, so determine the expressions for displacement. So so principle of minimum potential energy lo mano displacements U1, U2, U3, U4 like that. So we have found there. Okay. So U1, U2, U3 are the discrete points displacements U1, U2, U3. But ikkada you determine the expression for displacement. Okay, it's a continuous function. So in this method, you can find the displacement as a function. And stress in a fixed bar subjected to axial force P as shown in figure. So draw the displacement and stress variation diagram with respect to this x values. This one, okay. So this is our problem domain. So it is a one-dimensional body. So why it is a one-dimensional body? So this body is subjected by uniaxial load P at the middle cross section of the bar. At the middle cross section of the bar, this bar is subjected, axially subjected at middle cross. Okay. So this one-dimensional body, it is fixed at either ends. Okay. You consider the axis of the rod is x-axis. Axis of the rod is x-axis. So this is the origin O. Origin O. So at x equal to 0, so so left hand is the axis. Okay, x is equal to L. So at the middle, x is equal to L by 2. The load P is acting. Okay. So in Rayleigh method, first we do, so assume the displacement field. Okay. So before that, so what is strain energy of this body and what is work potential on this body? Okay. So let us assume the displacement at load point two is U1. Okay. So assume at load point 1, so the displacement is U1. So strain energy of the body. So strain energy of the elastic body. So yesterday, volume integral for strain energy, volume integral sigma transpose into epsilon matrix, sigma transpose epsilon matrix dV. So this is the strain energy expression for 3D. Okay, for 3D body. Okay, so for 1D body, it is line integral. So 1 by 2. Sorry, here 1 by 2. 1 by 2 line integral. So 0 to L, length of the rod. Sigma x into, so line integral for 1D body, sigma x epsilon x dx, A into dx, cross section area A into dx. Okay, so where sigma x is equal to stress strain relation, sigma x equal to Young's modulus into epsilon x, where epsilon x is equal to du by dx, du by dx. Okay, so therefore strain energy, total strain energy for one dimensional body, 1 by 2 integral 0 to L Young's modulus E A du by dx whole square dx. Okay, potential energy due to external forces. Okay, potential energy due to external forces, it is minus P into U1. Okay, so therefore total potential energy, it is strain energy plus work potential. Okay, so strain energy, this expression minus work potential P into U1. So assumed displacement function. So on this body, so let us assume, so this is the displacement function. So A1 plus A2x plus A3 x square. So this is quadratic polynomial function, quadratic polynomial function. So this body has two specified boundary conditions. So one is at x is equal to 0, the other is at x is equal to L. So these two are the specified boundary conditions. So at these boundaries, the specified displacement is at x is equal to 0, u is equal to 0, because it is a fixed support. So at x equal to L, again it is at this boundary, again this displacement at this boundary is 0, u is equal to 0. Okay, so here we have two boundary conditions. So now you check this assumed displacement function, whether it satisfies the boundary conditions or not. Okay, so you make them satisfy, because we have boundary conditions and the assumed displacement function. Okay, when we apply the boundary conditions in this assumed displacement function, so from first boundary condition you will get the constant coefficient, Rayleigh coefficient A1 is equal to 0 from first boundary condition. So from the second boundary condition at x equal to L, so this is the expression, 0 is equal to A1 plus A2L plus A3 L square. So from 1 and 2, A2 is equal to A3 L. A2 is equal to A3 minus A3 L, sorry. A2 is equal to minus A3 L. So therefore, So the required displacement function. So minus A3L x plus A3 x square is equal to A3 into minus Lx plus x square. So now this displacement function has only one variable, Rayleigh-Ridge coefficient, unknown Rayleigh-Ridge coefficient A3. Okay. So by using Rayleigh-Ridge method, so in this problem we have to find out so this Rayleigh-Ridge coefficient A3. Okay. So at x equal to L by 2. So it is not specified displacement function, displacement boundary condition. So after getting this, after finding this expression, displacement function in terms of Rayleigh-Ridge coefficient and x, so you can find the displacement at x equal to L by 2. So that is U1 at x equal to L by 2, U1 displacement. It is A3 into minus L into L by 2 plus L square by 4. Therefore, U1 is equal to minus A3 L square by 4. Next, du by dx. It is a normal strain component in x direction, epsilon x. So differentiate this function u with respect to x. So this is A3 into minus L plus 2x. This is normal strain in x direction. Okay. Yes. So next, total potential energy equation. So in the next step, we substitute assumed displacement function, stress strain relations, strain displacement relations into the total potential energy equation. So after substituting all the relations in this potential energy, so the total potential energy is equal to, so it is in the function of A3, 1 by 2 EA A3 square L square x minus 2L x square plus 4x cubed by 3. So 0 to L plus PA3 L square by 4. Okay. So this is the potential energy expression after simplifying all these steps. So now, so this function has only one Rayleigh-Ridge coefficient. So now you apply principle of minimum potential energy. So d pi by dA3. If the function has one variable, you can use d pi by dA3, direct differentiation, direct difference. Or else, if the function has more than one variable, you have to use partial differential expression. So d pi by dA3 is equal to 0. So this is the, if you simplify, A3 is equal to minus 3p by 4EAL, Rayleigh-Ridge coefficient. So therefore, so this is the required solution. This is the final solution for displacement on the displacement function for this body from x equal to 0 to x equal to L. So with that equation, with that displacement function, so you can find displacements at anywhere on the body, at anywhere on the body. So here you can find at anywhere, at any point on the body, you can find displacements. Okay. See, it's a continuous function. Okay. So at U1, at the middle cross section of the body, so displacement U1 is equal to, so 3PL by 60. 3PL by 60. Okay, simply you substitute in this U function x equal to L by 2. So you will get the UN. Or else you can substitute A3 also. A3 substitution meeku ide expression vastundi. So next sigma. Sigma is equal to, for one dimensional body, stress strain relation is sigma x is equal to E into epsilon x. So where epsilon x will du by dx. So E A3 minus L plus 2x. So this is the, after simplification. This is the sigma x value, sigma x expression. 3p by 4al into 1 l minus 2x, l minus 2x. So here you observe, so displacement, it is a quadratic function, okay, quadratic function, but a stress function is linear function, okay. So stress depends on x, so u depends on quadratic of x, x power 2. At the origin of the body, I mean at x equal to 0, at x equal to 0, sigma x equal to 3p by 4a. 3p by 4a, say maximum value, positive value, maximum. Say at the middle cross section, at x equal to l by 2, sigma x equal to 0. At x equal to l, minus 3p by 4a. So stress variation over the length of the body, it is a linear variation. So at x equal to 0, it is sigma x is maximum. At x equal to l by 2 is a 0 minimum. At x equal to l, it is negative maximum. Okay, so this is the variation of stress over the length of the body. At x equal to 0, this is the stress value. At x equal to l, this is the stress value. So this is at the middle. So this is displacement variation over a length of the body. It is a parabolic distribution. Parabolic distribution. So at x equal to 0, at x equal to l, so displacements 0. So those are specified displacements. We cannot change them. But according to the expression of the displacement u, at the middle of the cross section, this is the displacement value, maximum displacement, 3pl by 60, maximum displacement. Okay, so this is our first problem. So second problem. So now it is also a one-dimensional body. So it is also a one-dimensional body, but it is hanged from the top. Okay. So at one end it is fixed at the top. So the other end is free. So no support, no load, but it is hanging by its own weight. By its own weight, it is hanging. Okay. So the loading condition on this body is only self weight. So no external forces I mean that, so no point loads on this body and no distributed forces on this body, only body force which is acting vertically downward. So rho is the weight density. Rho is the weight density. We assume this is the weight density of this body. Okay. So now let us determine the displacement function and stress function for this kind of bodies. Okay. So the discussion is similar to the above problem. Using Rayleigh-Ridge method, we have to find the displacement expression and stress expression. Okay, so rho is the unit weight or weight density per unit volume, and E is the Young's modulus, and A is the uniform cross-section area of the body. Okay, so this is the strain energy for 3D elastic body. Volume integral 1 by 2. ఇక్కడ ఎప్సిలాన్ ట్రాన్స్పోజ్ తీసుకున్నాడు, మనం సిగ్మా ట్రాన్స్పోజ్ తీసుకున్నాం, నో ప్రాబ్లం అండి. ఏదో ఒక మ్యాట్రిక్స్ని మనం ట్రాన్స్పోజ్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఓకే, మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకున్న సిగ్మా ట్రాన్స్పోజ్ ఎప్సిలాన్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఇంటూ డివి. ఓకే, సో ఇది జనరల్ 3-dimensional బాడీ ఫర్ 1D బాడీ. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్. లైన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ 1 by 2. సో du by dx transpose. So E du by dx A. So finally, So the strain energy, total strain energy of the one dimensional of this one dimensional body. So 1 by 2 line integral 0 to L EA du by dx whole square dx. Okay. So work potential. So here work potential due to body force. So in the problem, work potential due to point load. Okay. So that point load is acting at the middle of the bar. But here, see, it is a volume distributed force. Body force anagane, it is a volume distributed force. So volume integral U transpose body force in x direction. Body force in x direction, xb. మనం ఎలా డినోట్ చేసుకున్నాం అంటే fx. So U transpose fx dv. So minus line integral 0 to L U rho. So rho is the weight density into volume. So dv is equal to area of cross section into dx, differential length dx. Okay. So after that, we assume in the first step we assume displacement function. So here I assume displacement function is nth order displacement function, nth order polynomial displacement function, So U is equal to a naught plus a1x plus a2 x square plus a3 x cube plus so on an xn to the power of n. So nth order polynomial function. So in the next step, so this must be satisfied the boundary condition. So here in this problem, so it has only one specified displacement boundary condition. Okay, at one end, this body is fixed. At the fixed end, the specified displacement U is equal to 0. So ఇక్కడ ఫిక్స్డ్ ఎండ్ దగ్గర మనం ఆరిజిన్ తీసుకున్నాం అండి, x is equal to 0, u is equal to 0. At x equal to L, so no specified displacement boundary conditions. ఏమీ బౌండరీ కండిషన్ ఏది లేదు, లోడ్ కానీ ఫిక్స్డ్ సపోర్ట్ కానీ ఏమీ లేదు. ఓకే. సో ఓన్లీ స్పెసిఫైడ్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ boundary condition, one specified displacement. Okay. So from this boundary condition, first term, constant term a naught equal to 0. A naught equal to 0. If you substitute x is equal to 0 in this expression, a naught equal to 0. So this is the 0 equal to a naught. So therefore, u is equal to, so rest of the expression, a1x plus a2x square plus a3x plus so on so an x2 power. So now you consider only two terms, first two terms of the polynomial function. So first two terms ante enti, so constant term and linear term a1 into x. So first you consider these two terms. For that displacement function, you need to find the continuous displacement function on the body. Okay. So a naught is equal to 0 kabatti, so u is equal to a1x. Okay. So normal strain in x direction du by dx is equal to, so differentiate this u with respect to x is du by dx is equal to a1. So strain energy u is equal to this one. So finally 1 by 2 EA a1 square L strain energy. So work potential, it is minus line integral 0 to L u rho a dx. Okay. So after substituting, so u in this work potential. So this is the final expression, work potential minus rho a1 x square by 2 0 to L. So this is minus rho a1 L square by 2. So therefore total potential energy is strain energy plus work potential. So now we apply principle of minimum potential energy, minimization condition. So dou pi by, so this total potential energy, it has only single variable A1. So with respect to A1, you differentiate the total potential energy pi is equal to 0. So therefore A1 is equal to rho L by 2E. So therefore the required displacement function U is equal to rho L by 2E x. So it's a linear distributed function. Displacement is linearly distributed for the length of the element or body. Next, normal stress. So normal stress in x direction, E du by dx. So this is rho L by 2. So at the end of the body, so what is the displacement? Okay, at the end of the body, I mean x equal to L. At x equal to L, so the displacement or deformation, so this is rho L square by 2E. Simply here you substitute x is equal to L. So rho L square by 2E. So ఇక్కడ మనం displacement function, initially we assume, so displacement function, it is a two-term displacement function. So its distribution over the length of the body. So two-term displacement function, it varies linearly. So U directly proportional to x. So at the fixed support, deformation U is equal to 0. At the end, the deformation is rho L square by 2E. Rho L square by 2E. So three terms of displacement another next discuss చేస్తామండి ఇక్కడ. And the corresponding stress for two-term displacement function. So stress is a constant value over the length of the body. So that is rho L by 2. It's a constant value. So at any point along the length of the body, the stress is same. So now if you consider the displacement function as three terms, so A0 plus A1x plus A2x square. Okay. So already ఇంత ముందు మనం పై ప్రాబ్లంకి ఎలా అయితే డిస్కస్ చేసాము, సో ఇక్కడ కూడా సో ఈ ఫస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లంలో మనం డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఫంక్షన్ U ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు సో A1 ప్లస్ A2x ప్లస్ A3x స్క్వేర్ అని తీసుకున్నాం. అక్కడి నుంచి మనం ఏదైతే ప్రొసీజర్ ఫాలో అయ్యామో, సో సేమ్ ప్రొసీజర్ సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు డూ ఫర్ దిస్ ప్రాబ్లం. Okay, so this is the same procedure. You try at your home this procedure. Okay, so if you consider the displacement as three-term polynomial function, so in the case of three-term polynomial function, that the displacement distribution is parabolic or quadratic distribution. Okay, so at the ends of the body, the displacements are same and in two terms and three terms, but at the middle points, at the intermediate points, the displacement values are changed for two terms and three terms. So which one is the best అని మాట్లాడినప్పుడు, సో దీనికంటే సో ఎగ్జాక్ట్ వాల్యూస్ అంటే ప్రాక్టికల్గా రియల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్కి దగ్గరగా ఉండే వాల్యూస్ క్వాడ్రాటిక్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్లో ఉంటాయండి. ఓకే, so three-term solution is the best solution and compared to two-term solution. Okay, so corresponding stress distribution for three-term displacement function, it is a linear function. Okay, at the fixed support, the stress is maximum. So wherever the resistance is there and wherever the obstruction, అంటే ఎక్కడైతే ఫిక్స్డ్ సపోర్ట్ ఉంటుందో ఫిక్స్డ్ సపోర్ట్ దగ్గర స్ట్రెస్ ఇస్ మ్యాక్సిమం ఉంటుందండి. సో ఇందాక కూడా మీరు పై ప్రాబ్లమ్స్లో ఏం చేశారు, బాడీ కన్స్ట్రైన్డ్ అట్ బోత్ ఎండ్స్, ఫిక్స్డ్ అట్ బోత్ ఎండ్స్. సో హియర్ ఈస్ ద maximum stress, so here is the also maximum stress, but they are in opposite direction. Magnitude wise they are maximum. ఓకే, ఈ ప్రొసీజర్ మీరు ఇంటికాడ స్టడీ చేస్తారని అనుకుంటున్నాను. సో మీరు ఓన్గా ట్రై చేయండి. ఇక్కడ నుంచి మీరు ఇదేం చూడకుండా ఈ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ తీసుకుని మీరు ట్రై చేయండి. ర్యాలీ-గ్రీచ్ మెథడ్ ఎలా అని ట్రై చేయండి. So expected questions from this topic. First question is explain the procedure of Rayleigh-Ridge method. It is common. So it is frequently asked question in end exams. Okay. So some of the problems I am expecting in the exam, in the end examinations. So this is one problem. So ఇక్కడ మనం సెకండ్ ప్రాబ్లం డిస్కస్ చేసాం చూడండి పైన. సో సిమిలర్ టు దట్, బట్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ ఈస్ బోత్ ఎండ్స్ ఆర్ ఫిక్స్డ్. ఓకే, సో ఇట్ ఈస్ సబ్జెక్టెడ్ బై ఓన్లీ బాడీ ఫోర్స్, సో నో పాయింట్ లోడ్స్ అండ్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ ఫోర్సెస్. ఓకే, బోత్ ఎండ్స్ ఆర్ ఫిక్స్డ్. ఓకే, బట్ హియర్ యాంగ్స్ మాడ్యులస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 1, ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ ఈజ్ 1 యూనిట్. ఓకే, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఆ యూనిట్స్ని యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్గా తీసుకోండి. సో రోజీ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 1. So body force per unit volume, it is also a constant value 1. The length of the body is x is equal to 2 units. Okay. So these problems meer intiga try cheyandi. So ikkada this is also one dimensional body. It is fixed on either end of the body. It is fixed. So here it is subjected by body force per unit length, x cube Newton per meter. So using Rayleigh-Ridge method, you find the expression for displacement function. Okay, so the assumed displacement function is quadratic. Okay, మీరు క్వాడ్రాటిక్ తీసుకోవాలని క్యూబిక్ కూడా తీసుకోవచ్చు, బట్ ప్రాబ్లం ఇంకా కాంప్లికేటెడ్ అవుతుంది. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అనదర్ ప్రాబ్లం. సో ఈ ప్రాబ్లం కూడా ఎక్కువగా ఎండ్ ఎగ్జామ్లో అడిగాడండి. సో ఆంధ్ర యూనివర్సిటీలో ఎక్కువగా అడిగాడు ఈ ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే, సో డూ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్? ప్లీజ్ ఆస్క్. Okay, unmute yourself. Please ask questions. ఉన్నారా వెళ్ళిపోయారా? హలో
సార్
ఉన్నారా? ఓకే, నాకు మధ్యలో డౌట్ వస్తుంది. ఆల్రెడీ కొంతమంది 10 మంది వెళ్ళిపోయారు అనుకో. ఏం డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయమ్మా?
సార్
డౌట్స్ అడగండి, చెప్పండి.
సార్ ఫస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం లో డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఈక్వేషన్ లో 3 కాన్స్టెంట్స్ తీసుకున్నాం సార్, 4 కూడా తీసుకోవచ్చు సార్.
3 టర్మ్స్ తీసుకున్నాం అన్నా, తీసుకోవచ్చు. అది మాన్యువల్గా సాల్వ్ చేయడం కష్టం అవుతుంది. అంటే ఎక్కువగా మనం థియరిటికల్గా నేర్చుకునేటప్పుడు క్వాడ్రాటిక్ ఈక్వేషన్ వరకే వెళ్తాం. అందుకే సెకండ్ ప్రాబ్లం చూడండి, ఎంత ఆర్డర్ పాలినామియల్ ఫంక్షన్ తీసుకుని ఫస్ట్ ఏమో 2 టర్మ్సే తీసుకుని దానికి సాల్వ్ చేసాం. అంటే ఫస్ట్ 2 టర్మ్స్ కన్సిడర్ చేసామంటే దట్ ఈస్ ద లీనియర్ పాలినామియల్ ఫంక్షన్. అది సో ఫస్ట్ 3 టర్మ్స్ తీసుకున్నామంటే అది క్వాడ్రాటిక్ పాలినామియల్ ఫంక్షన్. సో లీనియర్ పాలినామియల్ ఫంక్షన్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంటుందో డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషను, క్వాడ్రాటిక్ పాలినామియల్ ఫంక్షన్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఎలా ఉందో డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ అన్నది ఈ డయాగ్రామ్స్ ద్వారా డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం. ఓకే అండి. అందులో బెస్ట్ సొల్యూషన్ ఏంటంటే ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ఆర్డర్ ఆఫ్ ద పాలినామియల్ ఫంక్షన్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళామో మనకి సొల్యూషన్ అన్నది రిఫైన్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే అండి. ఎంత ఆర్డర్ పాలినామియల్ ఫంక్షన్ తీసుకుంటే అంత రిఫైన్ అవుతుంది. అంటే రియలిస్టిక్ సొల్యూషన్కి దగ్గరగా వస్తుంది. ఓకే అండి.
సార్
ఏంటంటే బేసిక్ లెవెల్లో మనం లీనియర్ పాలినామియల్ ఫంక్షన్, క్వాడ్రాటిక్ పాలినామియల్ ఫంక్షన్ వరకే వెళ్తాం. ఓకే అండి. అక్కడ వాడు మనం ఎక్కువగా ప్రాబ్లం వాడి ఒకవేళ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఫంక్షన్ అది మెన్షన్ చేయకపోతే మనం క్వాడ్రాటిక్ పాలినామియల్ తీసుకోవడం బెటర్. క్యూబిక్, ఫోర్త్ ఆర్డర్ ఇవన్నీ ఎక్కువ టైం ఎక్కువ తీసుకుంటుంది సాల్వ్ చేయడానికి. ఇంకా
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
ఇంకేం లేవా? ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మీరు ఓన్గా ట్రై చేయండి అమ్మా. ట్రై చేస్తే మీకు ఒక డౌట్స్ అడగడానికి ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. మీరు ట్రై చేయకపోతే ఆ డౌట్స్ అలాగే ఉండిపోతాయి. ఇప్పుడు నిన్న చెప్పుకున్న మెథడు, ఈరోజు చెప్పుకున్న మెథడ్ని బట్టి ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్ కొద్దిగా ఇలాగే ఉంటుంది అండి. ఇంకా ముందు అంటే ఫైనైట్ ఎలిమెంట్ మెథడ్కి వెళ్ళలేదు. ఇంకా ఫైనైట్ ఎలిమెంట్ మెథడ్కి వెళ్తే పర్లేదు, ఎలిమెంట్ టు ఎలిమెంట్ మనం వెళ్తా ఉంటే గ్రాడ్యువల్గా ఈజీ అనిపిస్తుంది. బట్ సో మ్యాథమెటికల్గా ఎక్కువ స్ట్రెస్ ఉంటుంది, ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. ఇది కొద్దిగా హార్డ్ వర్క్ చేయాలి ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్ గురించి. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. ఐఎమ్ లీవింగ్ ద మీటింగ్.
Thank you, sir.